Amy Duggar, Josh Duggar's cousin, believes that he ought to suffer in prison indefinitely. Josh Duggar, the disgraced felon, is still incarcerated and gets infrequent visits from select family members. Josh has been involved in legal issues related to contraband. Josh, both as a person and as a prisoner, is the absolute opposite of a model citizen. Josh is probably having a terrible time incarcerated. Amy wishes for things to worsen for him. After a Homeland Security raid on Josh Duggar's place of business in 2020, officials detained him in April 2021 on suspicion of receiving and possessing child sexual abuse materials, CSAM. The court heard graphic details of the images and video he had taken at his trial later that year. Josh seemed to have forgotten that what he was doing was against the law since he was so focused on keeping his perverse inclinations hidden from his wife and his family. Josh was found guilty by the court on December 9, 2021. Josh was sentenced to nearly 13 years in jail on May 25, 2022. If anything, his attempts to appeal his case have backfired. As things stand, he won't be released from prison until October 2032. Regarding Josh Duggar's prolonged prison term, Amy Rochelle King, better known as Amy Duggar, told People, "I hope every day there is absolute torture for him." She went on, "I really hope that because what he was watching and what he was viewing for his own fulfillment is those kids going through torture." Amy, a mother herself, confirmed, "I hope he gets a longer term, he deserves every second in there. I hope he makes another mistake." It appears that, and bear in mind that while we have attentively monitored the trial, we are not professionals in criminal investigations. Josh downloaded a torrent file, which is a group of little files collected using peer-to-peer software and reassembled. This technique is typically harmless and is used by many apps for updates. While it's unknown which of the many photos and films in this file caught Josh's attention and which he downloaded in full, it appears that at least some of the collection was created by Australian rapist and killer Peter Scully. Scully's heinous acts targeted little girls and teenage girls, with victims as young as 18 months old. These were still extremely young girls whose lives were being destroyed, even though Josh's tastes were probably more likely to be in less violent media with older prepubescent victims. Amy wanted for him to suffer because of this. Not only did she clearly care about the kids in the CSAM that Josh sought out and adopted, but when Josh was a teenager, he sexually assaulted other young girls. That meant they were Amy's relatives, as in 4 of his own sisters. At that moment, Josh felt safe. He then downloaded CSAM and cheated on his wife. Amy stated that she doesn't know if he's doing any work to change into a decent person while incarcerated because Josh has never shown a sincere interest in atonement or improvement. "I have not, and I will not, speak with him. I won't," Amy replied. "Once you step beyond those wicked boundaries, there's no turning back. I simply believe there is no turning around." Josh Duggar has been married to Anna for a terrible reason, even though he has committed several crimes and betrayed her personally. Things are really awkward because Anna continues to have mistaken loyalty for the monster she married. In 2023, Amy did happen to run into Anna during a funeral, but that was it. That was the final instance. Amy remembered the incident, saying, "I wasn't really expecting to see anyone there, and I was shocked to see her. I just looked at her and said, 'Anna,' and all she said to me was, 'I just need space.'" Amy confirmed, "I know I can't speak for Anna, and I'm not going to try." She conceded, saying, "But I can't imagine what she has to deal with internally, let alone out for the world to see." Amy stated, "It's heartbreaking in every way. And I simply accepted her need for space, without attempting to exert any more pressure." Yes, there was a ceremony at the funeral, more like a viewing. Amy acknowledged that the timing wasn't ideal. "I also didn't want to cause a commotion. And I didn't want to do that or draw attention to anything and clearly respect her, so I didn't," the Duggar relative went on. "However, I believe she is insane. Yes, I do. I believe she's just incredibly angry. Anger management gone wrong is a fairly popular coping strategy. But it's hardly a healthful one. On her worst days, Amy could exhibit signs of attention-seeking behavior. Josh is a terrifying creature.